Hey, what's up, pups? It's JR, and welcome back to Fallout 4 Far Harbor. We're actually back in Far Harbor this time. No filler today. We are actually back in Far Harbor. Oh, hey.
Need it? The bait shop's got it.
Well, it seems as though that Far Harbor didn't really do anything with him after the whole... Hi, sir. Can I help you? So I guess Dima just stays here now. That's fine. That's sure to draw in customers.
Please tell me you're feeling well, at least.
I'm actually feeling great.
Works for me.
And just needs Timpaks. So, before we go out and have ourselves a merry little adventure, I wanted to stock up on Stimpaks because I had...
Stay away.
Yeah, I had like maybe 3. It doesn't... Well, you can't really tell because the black bars usually come down kind of like this, and maybe I add a little bit of color correction like this to make things more a bit dramatic, but I take a lot of damage very commonly. I blow through Stimpaks like crazy, so I was very, very low after the fun little scavenger hunt we had yesterday. But thanks to a wonderful person in the comment section of the filler video that I had posted last week, we actually have a tip on where to go next for our crazy Far Harbor adventures. So we are going to be heading in the general direction of yonder way to investigate a thing known as, well, I say a thing, but it's obvious what it is. We're going to investigate the Cliff's Edge Hotel, which on the surface doesn't seem very interesting, but given that it's a Fallout game, I'm sure it's probably a front for some like military installation or something. Which, it's actually funny that we're heading to the Cliff's Edge Hotel in this episode, because in the last chapter, we actually got the NPC to show up and give us the quest that leads us to checking out the Cliff's Edge Hotel. However, in chapter 2, we have already spoken to that NPC, so she isn't going to show up again. Yes, this is what we're saying, and it's totally not a new save, and I'm totally not avoiding the fact that I haven't run into the NPC yet. You might be wondering why I didn't start this video off with the, the Fallout 3, the Fallout 4 theme song like I do in all of my Fallout 4 videos. Well, that's because the filler video that you should have watched by now, and if you haven't, you should, because it's actually a really fun video. That video actually got automatically claimed, even though I was using the soundtrack from this game to open up the game, and then the rest of the video had the soundtrack from the previous game. Yeah, I never had this problem before with any of my videos, but I made sure to appeal it and point out that, hey, that's music from the game I'm playing, so could you not do that? And we're waiting on the appeal to be, rectified by now. So just play it safe and make sure that this video actually gets revenue from the point it begins its life on YouTube. I'm gonna skip the Fallout 4 theme for this video specifically. I'm not sure what I'm gonna replace it with. I'll figure that out when I edit tomorrow. Just a little quick bit of information for anyone who might be wondering why this video in particular started off different than all the others, because if you're watching this far in the future where this series is now done, you might be wondering why the continuity is goofed up with this specific episode. So there you go, now you know. But as we make our way to the Cliff's Edge Hotel, I would like to once again bring up that call to action from the last video. Okay, hold on. Still cool. Guy was supposed to end the clip right there, you bean. This gun is still cool. And we got a cheeky level from that, so we go one more up. Max Robotic Expert. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, as we make our way to the Cliff's Edge Hotel, I would like to bring up that same call to action I did in the last video. If you have any quests that you in particular loved when you played through Fallout 4's Far Harbor DLC, make sure to leave a comment telling me to go check out that area. Don't tell me specifically what the quest, is, or, what the end result is, because this is a blind playthrough and spoilers are bad. But if you do have a quest that you particularly like, make sure to drop it in the comments below so I can actually go see it and see why you like it so much. Just like we're doing here with the Cliff's Edge Hotel. And here we are, just like that. Wonderful. Remove that marker. I do have a fallback if this specific quest, assuming there is a quest and this isn't just a location that, you know, they wanted me to check out. I do have a fallback if this doesn't take up the full runtime of this video. However, the problem with that is it involves a little bit of RNG, whether or not I'll actually get it. But if all else fails, I will wander around aimlessly until something happens. You won't see that, because I can only fill so much of an episode with nothing but walking. But with that aside, ooh, hello. Alright, let's not use that. Starting soon, I see. Sorry, Mia. Collateral damage, you know how it is. Oh, I love these pistols, but they're so inaccurate. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, Occupado! Okay, let's just... No, hold on. Admittedly, that wasn't my finest performance. I think not, motherfucker. Give me them legs. I said, give me them legs. There you go. Was that so hard? Alright. Not a fan of all these ghouls. Oh, you're the legendary. I see. Do you want to take that one, Mia? Oh, are you turned off? Hold on. Here you go.
Move here. With my repairs.
You can have him.
We've got company.
Alright, let's see what you got. Funny, but unfortunately not something I can use. You can keep that, though. Okay, ghouls dealt with. We're gonna be keeping the broken roll on us this entire time, because, I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting ghouls, and I guess I probably should have. But so far, this doesn't seem all too terribly interesting. Just looking like a normal, empty, abandoned location filled with ghouls. So that's making me think it is exactly not that. And there's probably a door somewhere that I've likely passed either willingly or unwillingly, leading down into the depths of some unknown horror. Ideally, this would be a Dunwich building situation. But we did already get one of those in the base game of Fallout 4, so I don't know. Me help. Okay, as much as I love this shotgun, it is not all that strong. But hey, I got enough strong weapons. I know I've walked past a few doors already that very likely lead into the hotel proper, but I want to make sure I'm not like missing any neat loot in this outside area first. Shotguns are cool and everything, but I feel like I should probably invest in an SMG of some sort. I've had a 10mm SMG in the past, so maybe I should get another one of those. But who knows? Maybe I'll come across an SMG that's a little bit more interesting. Lord knows I've long since forgotten all the gun mods that are in this mod pack. What's that sound? Cut the music for a second. Do you hear that, Mia? Sounds like turrets or maybe surveillance cameras? Okay, it's most definitely probably 150% above me. I guess let's head back upstairs. You know, I said that I should probably invest in an SMG of some sort. I have the perforator here, that is really only a stone's throw away from being an MP5, so I could just make this an MP5 and go full tilt boogie into making it as an SMG instead of, you know, riding on the high of, ooh, Fallout 3 gear. Is there a way I can get in here? Can I just like crawl in? Maybe? Oh, we can definitely get up here. Aha, progress. Progress in exploration. Yeah, I think should we not end up getting a new SMG, we might just make this into an MP5. Yo, explosives! Or not? I am so confused. There was... Oh, whatever, it's not important. It looks like somebody set up camp here, and it did not end too terribly well for them. Oh, hey, how you doing? Okay, there's a lot more. Black bars, please. Okay, admittedly, the black bar is a little unnecessary. I leveled up again? How much XP do these guys give?
If you find any spare parts, you be sure to let me know.
Trapper's note. Ooh. Information-y lore stuff. What do we do? Do gunfu. Alright, let's see what this guy had to say. This place is crawling with ghouls. Seems like for everyone I kill, 2 more show up. Between that big gear thing and the terminal, I know there's one of those vaults here, but I can't find the damn thing. I'm setting up camp here, and I'll try to push further in tomorrow. Aha! See? I knew it was a front for something. Probably should have guessed vault, but, haven't explored a vault proper in God knows how long. Interesting. Do I still have the assault rifle on me? I do. Cool. Actually, what if we just use the black bell? We haven't used that in a while. Is there any way actually into the hotel yet? I can't wait to watch this back when I'm editing and realize I've walked past it like 9 times. That'll be fun. Ow. Okay, maybe criticaling with an explosive weapon right next to me wasn't the best idea. Okay, I'm remembering why I don't use the black bell. This thing is excessively dangerous to everyone involved. Okay, maybe not. Let's just go back to the assault rifle like I planned. Hello! New part of the place, maybe? Oh, you're fat as shit. Okay, this is actually a problem. I'll meet you in a second, Mia. Okay, fuck it, why not? Okay, maybe not the broken rule. Bad. Oh, I'm just gonna aggro more just by running down here. Okay, I think it's time we finally break this thing out once in a while. Okay. Cool. It's a good thing I remembered I have this LSW. There's turrets here that still work, so that was a friggin' godsend. Let's go make sure Mia's okay. Hey, hon, sorry about running like that, but you saw how many there were. I dealt with it, by the way. Oh man, that was... wow, that was a large number of very problematic ghouls. But luckily, it's nothing a hail of 5mm rounds couldn't fix. Yeah, for being a Dragon's Breath shotgun, this thing's not too terribly effective. Cool though, but I feel like it really might be high time to get a replacement. Okay, this rat storm's kicking up, so I am a little bit done with exploring this place. So if there's anything interesting I can come back, I just need to get inside. I'm assuming these elevators might be what take us down further into the hotel, so on we go. You coming, Mia? She'll meet us downstairs. So, you liked the video yet? No? That's good. That's good. You should really only like a video after you've like watched it. and like, made sure that you enjoyed it. That's why I say what I do in my outro. If you genuinely enjoyed the video, you should like it, because that's what it's for. Too many YouTubers just ask you to just like the video nonsensically. I like giving people a reason. Alright, cool. Are we in? I hear rain instead of rat storm noises, so that's a good sign. I have all the resources I could ever need back at that chapel, and I'm still hounding stuff. Knock, knock. Hey, here we go. That's what you like to see. Bada bing, bada bam, we've got Vault 118. Neato burrito. What's going on down here? A little seating arrangement for the fancy among us. Well, let's open that door. I request passage into your possibly very unfortunate vault.
Greetings.
Oh.
Welcome to Vault 118. Your home away from home, underground. Are you the detective we sent for?
That was unexpected.
Why do you need a detective?
Well, there's been a suspicious death in the hotel. We need someone to investigate. Are you the detective we sent for?
Yes, I'm the detective.
Oh, thank goodness. Let me just open the door for you.
Ooh. Is this gonna be a classic whodunit? Yeah, I'm all for it. Come here, look. Robots.
Well, it's about time the police sent someone out to investigate. We have many important residents and they're very worried.
What happened? Who died?
It's Mr. Parker, the primary owner and financier for the hotel. This is just a disaster. They're at the crime scene again. Don't they realize that they're going to disturb the evidence? You'd better come with me, detective.
You got it, homeboy. Alright. Quest. Quest? Miscellaneous quest. Exciting. This.
Think you're doing? This is a crime scene. Do you not see
Robo-brains.
the glory
Someone
of
took the
the
time to clean up the person.
artistry?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Excuse me?
Ezra, you have outdone yourself. This is your finest work.
How may I be
There
of
is more
service?
emotion in his death than most have had in their entire lives.
Our friend is dead, Mr. Avita. Have you no respect?
I'm just saying that at least he had the decency to make a spectacle of it. There is nothing
Please,
worse
if
than
I may.
That's
if
what
I
this
could
is to
just
you?
have your attention.
You're sick.
I'm sorry for shouting. But the detective has arrived and shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has examined the crime scene and had a chance to come speak with you.
Alright, so,
Have a look at the crime scene for clues. When you're ready, we can discuss your findings. You are free to question the residents, but their safety is our priority. So unless you have solid evidence, I would avoid accusations.
alright, so we have a robot murder to investigate. Fun!
Looks like the brain enclosure was smashed.
Alright, so that makes me think blunt force trauma. Because stabbing glass isn't very effective. Solid detective work, me.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
Tell me about the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker was the primary owner and financier for the hotel. He had vast experience managing venture projects around the world. It was his idea to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech to have this built to their every specification.
Your residents are robots.
Not robots, Detective. Well, not exactly, anyway. I believe the term they use is robo-brain. Back before the war, the residents decided the best way to wait it out was to put their brains inside robotic chassis. Was there anything else?
Gotcha.
I'm not sure where I should start.
I suppose you should try to figure out how he died. And then who had the means and motive to kill him? Once you have enough evidence, then I suppose you'll need to confront the killer. Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
Okay, cool. So we already have the information of that the killing blow was probably blunt force trauma to the brainial region. There's a broken chair over here. Broken or just fallen over? Fallen over chair, but there's one. Okay, there's multiple fallen chairs. Oh, cool. I can steal stuff. Let's make sure to not accidentally do that. There's a blood trail.
Is this blood?
Ah,
Excellent.
we found the murder weapon, probably. Fence buster. Oh, it's a penetrating baseball bat. That's actually pretty cool. Neat.
A baseball bat? Huh. What's this doing here?
All right. Well, I was expecting a little bit more like in-depth detective work and not just a blood trail leading to the murder weapon. I did it all by myself, saying that it was blunt force trauma, so I'm gonna give myself points in that regard.
I found the murder weapon.
Oh no. That's the bat from Mr. McKinney's movie. You don't think he could be involved, do you? I can't imagine him ever doing such a thing.
Okay, so, what with the fact that it is a bat used from, quote, Mr. McKinney's movie, something tells me that it was not, in fact, Mr. McKinney that did it, because that would be too obvious. So someone is trying to frame him. Ooh.
Why'd you do it, Mom? He deserved better than that.
You think I'm stupid? I saw the way he looked at you. You gonna tell me that's nothing?
It wasn't like that. We were friends. He helped me out of a tight spot or two is all.
I couldn't stand by like some pasty-faced Percy while he put the moves on my best girl.
But now the law is on our tail. What are we going to do?
Come away with me. Let's leave this dark hole of a city behind. We can be in Buenos Aires by tomorrow.
Oh, I want to believe you, I do, but you'll never let us go.
And we'll make our stand here. I've got a gun for each of us.
No. The line is, then we'll make our stand here. Two lovers together with a bullet for each of them.
God, why can't I ever get that line? Forget it. I can't do this right now.
Fine. I'm going to the beach.
All right, actually, before you go, Miss Lady. Hold on, Keith. No, I don't want to talk. I want to talk to you.
Brave detective. I haven't seen someone with a body like that in far too long.
Fuck it, why not?
Oh, you're not so bad yourself.
You should have seen me before all this. Red hair that was the envy of every girl and legs for days, darling. I'm sure you'd rather hear some of my stories from the silver screen rather than talk about that nasty murder business.
Keep the ball rolling, why not?
I must say, you're quite the actress.
What can I say? It just comes naturally. Surely you must be
emphasize
here
comes,
for my
please.
salacious stories of the silver screen.
Have you ever done radio? Your voice is quite enchanting.
Well, darling, play your cards right, and maybe I'll whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Care to hear some of my stories, detective?
Why does this go so long?
I must say, I've known flesh and blood girls who aren't half the woman you are.
Keep it up, Tiger, and we'll find out if you can handle how much woman I am. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories.
Please let
of
that be the end of it.
screen.
No, keep it going.
Why don't we grab a bottle of wine and go watch the sunset?
Sounds good, detective.
Alright, we're drinking as platonic friends.
That was great, detective, but we probably shouldn't make a habit of this. Catch you later, Tiger.
You're okay with that, right, Mia? Because there was never really...
Hey there, Tiger. Here for more stories about my acting career, or...?
I think I made Mia angry. Hey, do you want to answer some questions?
Tell me something.
Sure, darling. What did you need?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds. Said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
I found Keith's baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Any thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, Detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra.
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Okay, that was wholly unhelpful, but we have another person to talk to now. And I also, apparently shagged a robo-brain. I'm not really sure how I did that, but I guess I can think of a couple ways. Yeah, we'll just not talk about it.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
Well, there's the first pretty good clue. They always come back, but multiple times? I don't know.
I found your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around the crime scene. Just let me know how I can help.
Yeah, I don't want to hit that bottom option in case that is actually me accusing him, because I legitimately don't think it was him. Because once again, it would be pretty obvious if he committed the murder with a weapon that he owned and that everyone knows he owned. So let's go investigate this Santiago character. I'm pretty sure that was the robo-brain with the smock he was talking to. What's poppin', buddy?
Well. If it isn't the long arm of the law. Tell me, are you a devotee of the arts? Does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Perhaps, if all we are is a sentience floating in a suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true communion with the world. Come with me.
Alright, we're walking, I guess. Okay.
Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
I'm pretty good at art interpretation, as told by my art teacher. It kind of looks like graffiti on a brick wall. Sure.
It looks kind of like a face. That spot is the eye, the red blotch is its hair, and it's sticking its tongue out.
Indeed, this was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way.
Oh, we're not done?
Tell me, what does this one say to you?
That looks like a bunch of nukes. Yeah, it's the war. Easy.
It's the war! Bombs from every direction. No up or down. The world turned on its head.
I suppose in a way it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art in return. All art must therefore be constantly reborn through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. It must ascend.
Please don't tell me there's more.
And what about this one? And please be honest. For art without honesty is
cat.
just politics.
Yeah, I think he'd... Alright, so I'm just gonna pause this for... I don't know why I pulled up the console for this, but whatever. So legitimately, I do think that he is... I think at this point, Santiago is the killer, and the reason I think it is because Keith very clearly stated that it's pretty obvious that he's trying to frame him, and Santiago very likely knows that I'm trying to investigate this. And also, the moment I came in here to ask him, he tried to distract me with his art. So, it's probably Santiago. Or alternatively, maybe it's Gilda and she's using the fact that Santiago's very likely crushing on her as a diversion or something. I don't know. I'm gonna call him on his bullshit.
This is bullshit.
You're talking out your ass and wasting my time.
Got it in one. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I did the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man, huh?
Uh-huh.
My fellow connoisseur of the art. Here to see my latest work.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs.
Oh my god.
That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus' torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can with the time that I have.
Okay, so maybe... You good? Little antsy? Maybe it isn't Santiago, because clearly he's a, we'll say, eccentric artist, so maybe he's returning to the crime scene for weird whack job inspiration, like you said. So maybe it's not him, and what with the fact that there seems to be an infinite number of people that it could potentially be, the second, potentially third option is probably not the right one. So let's talk with Juliana and the other person, I guess.
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's a pretty kitty?
Juliana, Mr. Whiskers died last month. This is Scruffy. Remember?
Oh, of course. Silly me.
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that.
No, it's not that. I've just got another goal. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Oh, God. Not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What would you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
First of all, I am a doctor.
Yes, but not a real doctor. Robotics isn't an actual medical.
I wonder what caused all the
Secondly,
discord
I've
around
told
here.
you time
A bunch of
and again,
bullshit, apparently.
You can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now why don't you just wander off and play in your lab? Mr. Scruffy and I are going to rewrite the will, so he will get everything when I die because horrible Bert didn't believe me.
Oh, God, Juliana.
Have fun,
Whatever.
dear.
I'm going to the lab.
Alright, hold up, buddy.
Did you need something?
I did, actually.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Never mind.
Very well. I'll just get back to my work then.
Alright, so...
Nice to see you again.
Hi. So are we over the whole Gilda thing? So we have a new place to look at, not just, people to talk to, so actually interesting.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I did, actually.
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Juliana Riggs, heiress to the Riggs fortune and wife of Bert Riggs. I'm not sure what else you expected, Detective.
How unbelievably unhelpful.
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
Okay, so she didn't really give me much, but I will say I am kind of suspecting her a little bit, purely because she clearly has problems with her memory. So maybe she did do it and she doesn't remember it. Maybe she did do it and she does remember it, but she's hiding it, or some other weird thing. What to do with her memory and her committing the murder. So we'll keep her in mind in particular. I don't think Bert did it because he seems rather meek and cowardly. I don't think he could commit a murder. So now we just gotta find our way up to the overseer's office, I guess. There's gonna be a stairwell somewhere around here.
Protect and serve.
Oh, hey, you're legendary. Stand back, Mia.
Hostile target detected.
Okay, I had really hoped that was. I had really hoped that was gonna work.
Maybe Maxwell has the key.
Yeah, before we pick, let's go ask Maxwell. Hey, do you have the key to the overseer's office?
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
The door to the overseer's office is locked.
Oh, yes. Mr. Parker locked it a while back, after finding out that one of the other residents had been inside. Said it wasn't safe. If the key isn't on him, it's probably in Mr. Parker's room.
Wasn't
Was
safe.
there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be...
Interesting. Maybe there's a safe in there that has clues to who might be the murderer. Something wordplay, haha. Knock knock.
Bingo.
Things how he was the head financier of this place. I was honestly expecting a little bit more fancy of a room, because this just seems recreational. I don't think this was his. Shovel was used to break ground for the Cardozo Medical Research Center in Venezuela. The funding and management of the construction was overseen by Mr. Ezra Parker. Alright. So I guess this is his stuff, and that was just where he sleeps. Alright, neat. Well, let's head up to the overseer's office, now that we actually have the key to do so. They mentioned that he was the overseer, right? I have bad memory. I know he's the head financier, but either way, this tells me that he's the overseer. Knock knock, clues? Oh, maybe he wasn't the overseer. Very, very spooky. We'll check that terminal in a second. I want to look around before the obvious thing of checking the terminal. A single 762 by 54 R round in the locker. Cool. Overseer instructions for Vault 118. Vault 118 is designed to test the social interactions between the working class and ultra-wealthy when under confined conditions. Working in conjunction with staff from the Cliff's Edge Hotel, this vault shall function as a luxury hotel to attract the necessary testing subjects. Upon beginning the tests, additional subjects shall be admitted from the local population into a second, much inferior wing of the vault. Ah. Okay. So this, go figure, this vault was a social experiment to see how the 1% interacts with the 99%. Cool. Resident in minutes. I'll read through this and see if there's anything interesting. Okay, so Resident in minutes just goes more in depth about how once the vault is sealed and their test can go into play, they open the second wing of the vault and usher the working class into that part of the vault. Well, it didn't specifically say the working class, it just mentioned that select residents and select subjects will be put there. Ah, okay, so the extra wing of the vault was meant for specifically the working class, and I'll just say 1 and 99. The 1 group was a total of 10 and no more than 10 people. The 99 was at least 300, and they would, depending on the circumstances, they would just let that decline or increase. with what happened. So that's kind of whack. Staff duties and security. Due to the potential for extreme social interactions, Vault-Tec staff shall be restricted to the overseer and key research members. All other security services and maintenance positions shall be filled by robotic staff to ensure safety. Okay, so actual human people were few and far between in here. Ignoring the, the subjects. Vault-Tec wise, there wasn't anything here. Overseer's log. Change of testing parameters. This is completely unheard of. One of the subjects from testing group A is apparently a researcher for General Atomics on some sort of advanced robotics program. He and his wife have convinced the other members of group A that with the international situation becoming tense once again, their best chance to outlast the war is to have their brains inserted into these robots. And they're doing this all voluntarily. It's absolutely insane. I've tried to convince my superiors that this will completely discount the test results, but they seem more intrigued by this idea than appalled. Oh, okay. So, he and his wife, I'd assume that is probably referring to Bert and Juliana. Because Juliana mentioned that he was a robotics doctor, not a medical doctor. So, I'm assuming the General Atomics researcher is probably Bert, who received the activation notice from Vault-Tec to begin the test, despite the second wing still being incomplete. However, when I attempted to trigger the recruitment protocol for Test Group B, the system informed me that I had been locked out. Someone from Test Group A seems to have overridden the system to prevent the admittance of the local population of the island. They have been pounding on the door for days and there is nothing I can do. That makes me think Bert again, because robotics makes me think tech wizard, because you gotta be smart to be working with robotics. Robotics and computer science kind of go hand in hand because it's both machine working and coding. So Bert's seeming a little suspicious, just a little bit, little sus. Emergency meeting among us. Ooh, wow. Oh god, it's been weeks now, and I realized today that I've become the test subject. Instead of testing the social interactions between the locals and this group of rich assholes, it's just me trapped in here with them. They're going to live forever, and I'll have to deal with them for the rest of my life. I can't take it. Noted. So, I'm thinking maybe Bert got wind of what he was trying to do and decided to flip it on its head, and either out of malice towards the working class or just to, spite Vault-Tec, he locked the second wing so they could not proceed with their test at all, and then turned it on its head and made it so that the only Vault-Tec employee became effectively a test subject to see how he would deal living with a bunch of rich assholes that either eventually or did in his lifetime become robots.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. The unfortunate thing is, there's too many people in here, and I forget specifically who Ezra is. Is that the dead person? I don't remember. Is that Santiago? Is Ezra his last name? I don't know. He's foreign of some sort. I thought Avita, no. Live in Avita Loca. So Ezra was probably the guy who got killed. Though, Juliana said that she did not receive or request the refunds, so...
There's evidence Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
Okay, so the guy who got killed, his name is Ezra Parker. I will remember that now. Ugh. Okay, what is my quest step? Investigate Juliana Riggs, Santiago Avita, Keith McKinney. Okay, so I've talked to him, and I don't even have the option to accuse him of being the killer. So I'm thinking maybe my second thing of Juliana being the killer was right. And just to make sure this game is dumb, I'm gonna see if I have the ability to accuse McKinney here.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Okay, so I do have the option, but I only have evidence of him being the murderer with the fact that it's his weapon. And I genuinely don't think it was Keith. So, seeing as how my only real option, because I can't accuse Santiago, it's gotta be Juliana, I guess. My ADD brain is not good for extended detective work, so we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna save buffer because I'm a scumbag like that, but...
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective. Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
Ezra? You're alive.
Well, congratulations on catching up, Detective. Yes, I've been masquerading as Juliana for some time now.
What's it going to be, Detective? Join me in getting rich? Or die defending some outdated ideals?
Why did you kill Juliana?
I hadn't planned on it, but Juliana figured out what I was doing and had to be dealt with swiftly. I thought I could get a bit more money out of this place before making my escape.
Well, how is this going to go down?
So, on one hand, this is a bunch of rich assholes, and a bunch of robots, and a bunch of rich assholes piloting robots. So, on one hand, there isn't really much justice to be served here, because a robot just killed another robot, but at the same time, they're not quite robots because they're robots with human brains. So at the same time, it's just kind of like how we're brains piloting meat suits. These are brains piloting metal suits. So maybe I should treat it like a normal murder. But at the same time, you know what? I already have like 17,000 caps. I don't need the extra money. I'm gonna do the right thing here, and you're donezo, my guy.
Not a chance. Your murder spree stops here.
Then let us end this.
Alright, 1 second. That was entirely unnecessary, but hey, cool. So, there we go. That was fun, even if my brain doesn't really work well for this kind of thing. But we started Brain Dead Part 2. Defeat Ezra and Ezra Parker in Vault 118. Report sex to Maxwell. What do you mean? Alright, I think I may have killed him too fast, so I'm gonna really quickly reload and run that back. So I'll see you in a second, and I'm gonna wait for me to get that quest before I kill him, because I think I may have killed him a little bit too fast. I'm just gonna stand here, wait for the quest to show up. There we go. Brain Dead Part 2. Defeat Ezra Parker in Vault 118. Oh, hey, Concierge. How you doing? All right, now let's kill him. Oh.
Law and order.
Yeah, there we go.
May as well
All right.
take what we can. They won't be needing those items any longer.
Thanks for vaporizing him, by the way. That was way more convenient than what I was gonna do.
I found the killer. It was Ezra. He killed Juliana and took her place to hide his tracks.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
He attacked me. But it's over now. Your residents are safe.
Here you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. I don't think we could have done it without you.
What did you require?
400 pre-war money. Was that it? Did I just get a bunch of pre-war money and, like, no unique? Well, I mean, I guess I did get a unique, because I got the Fence Buster here. But I was expecting, like, maybe something a little bit different. But, yeah, no, we're done. Okay, well, that was actually a surprisingly fun quest for something that was relatively uneventful, given the fact that I just walked around and talked to people. But it was fun. I got to shag a Robo-Brain and make things incessantly awkward between me and Mia. But she seems to have taken it well, right, Mia? Are we still like a thing? I mean, we were never really officially a thing anyway. But like, yeah. I'm really good at this. Either way, that was fun, and that took up a lot more time than I thought it would. I thought maybe I'd be recording for about 40 minutes, but we're actually reaching almost not almost, but over an hour. So yeah, that was pretty fun. With that in mind, I am going to cut this video here. If you have any other suggestions for fun little quests like this, make sure to leave them in the comments below, and I will read them, and if I have not already done them, I will write them down, and your comment will show up just like that person's did at the beginning of this video when I talk about getting that suggestion. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this quest, even if I didn't get too terribly interesting rewards out of it, but I enjoyed it through and through. Similarly, if you genuinely enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like, and make sure to hit the subscribe button to become a pup if you haven't already. Also, make sure to hit the bell so it actually does something. If you want to support me and the channel, consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month, or sliding me some money through PayPal. The choice is yours. I had a lot of fun with this quest, and even though we didn't get a whole lot from it, I'm decently satisfied that I was able to figure it out, even with a little bit of help from the game basically telling me who it was. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. My name's JR, and I will see you guys in the next one.